Hello everyone, my name is Christian. Welcome to my hobby blog. Today I'm very excited because I got a package in the mail, and we're not talking about Blu-rays or any merchandise that I bought, but I took part of a very exciting sort of Kickstarter, crowdfunding campaign. And this is for one of my favorite series in fantasy. I'm talking about the Cradle series by Will Wright. And I don't know the best way to describe it except that it is sort of like Dragon Ball Z, but in narrative form. And in the very first book of the series is very much a prologue to the rest of the series. I would argue the first two books are. I'm actually in the middle of a reread as we prepare for the 12th and final book of that series in mid to late June, I believe it is coming out. But this Kickstarter crowdfunding campaign was a sort of way for Will Wright to get some more print books out. And so he did a very amazing hardback campaign where he is trying to sell the first three books in hardback, and they looked very beautiful on the website. And I'm very happy to say that I do have the package right here. I'm not going to show it because I didn't scratch out the name and the address and all that, but I'm very excited for this. This is one of my favorite series of all time, and I started reading it, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, because I remember waiting for book 8 to come out. And Will White very regularly posts his book online for free. And I want to say, by the way, I was not sent this package for review purposes or anything. I paid for this. I was really wanting to support him in some way because his books are so cheap all the time. And it's really hard to sort of give back to all the hours of fun that I have had with this series. And I really have, this book series is very sort of hidden in terms of pop culture and all that. Like, very few people know about this series. And it's a shame, in my opinion, because it is the most satisfying read that I've ever read. I love the magic systems. I love the characters. Reishi Linden is absolutely amazing. He's one of my favorite main characters of any series. I really love, Akua Mercy. She's amazing. She's another character. I'm trying to skirt around spoilers for this, but let's go into the unboxing. I don't want to ramble for too long about the series and my love for it. Please go read it if you haven't already, but I'm going to... I did confirm that it was the package I'm thinking of, so I did open it already, but this is quite a heavy thing, and I got 4 books, it looks like. So I'm going to put the box down. So this is what it comes in as. So I'm really excited to actually open this. So this is what it looks like. I'm making sure that the camera has got it. And I should have brought a knife or something with me. But, okay. I remember now I only got the hardback for the first book. And then I got the paperbacks of a couple other books. So I'll just go here one at a time and sort of show what these look like. But, I'm sorry. Okay, so book 1 is called Unsouled. And, well, this is not volume 1. I apologize. Volume 1 is Unsouled. And I really love this book a lot because I remember starting it for the first time because Will White posted the first 7 books for free in the lead up for book 8. And I binged through it in about a month. And I'll just read from the back. Sacred artists follow 1,000 paths to power, using the souls to control the forces of the natural world. Linden, Reishi Linden I was talking about earlier, is Unsouled, forbidden to learn the sacred arts of his clan. When faced with a looming threat he cannot ignore, he must rise beyond anything he's ever known and forge his own path. Oh my god, I am in love with this series. I'm really happy that I finally have physical releases of these. And as I said earlier, the first book and the second book serve as a wonderful prologue to the rest of the series. Because the first two books are very good and borderline great, in my opinion. But I think book 3 is when it really becomes its own, and I absolutely love it. And so this is book 1. This is what the paperback looks like. And I remember now, I only bought the first book on hardback because I just really wanted to have the first book in a very special copy or edition, and that's why I also bought the paperback, so I could read the paperback but keep the hardback one safe and clean and not torn to shreds. But this is the second book here. This is called Soulsmith, which I just finished, I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, I guess a month ago roughly. And this book starts right off. Oh no, my corner is a little fucked. I don't know if you can see that, but it's right here. There's a corner bent. I don't think that will ruin the binding. When I open it, you can kind of see that there's a little bit of damage, but I'm not going to get too upset about it because I didn't even notice it really that quickly. But one thing I did not notice about these books, at least, in the ebook, they do not have these little diagrams, and I hope that's not a spoiler. Okay, good. It's not. It's just a location. But I absolutely love this book so much. I just finished it, and there was so little in the book that I had forgotten that I was having a tough time reading it outside of the really fun sort of foreshadowing that you see. There's a twist in book 10. That was the most recent one that I've read. I haven't read book 11 yet because it came out and I never got it. And now the 12th one is on the way in about 3 months or so. So I will be picking up book 11 and book 12 here. But there's a twist in book 10 that completely reshaped the entire series and one of our characters. And there were hints in the very first introduction of this character of who this person really was. And I was absolutely blown away reading through Soulsmith especially. There's some hints in the earlier book 1, but it's wonderful. But I also have here book 3 in paperback, and I'm just checking, make sure there's no more damage. Looks good. But this is Black Flame. This one is when it gets fucking amazing. The other ones are absolutely amazing on their own right. Again, I binged through all 8 books of the series that were out at the time in like a month. But this one sees Lyndon going places that I would never have expected. And this is where the Dragon Ball Z influence for me becomes very in your face. And I'm not a big Dragon Ball Z fan. I haven't seen every episode. I've read the manga, but I haven't watched the show. And there's a lot in this series, but this book especially has a lot of that. It's really hard to talk about it without spoilers, but I'm very happy to have this. But what I'm especially happy to have is a new, to everybody, hardback edition of Unsouled. Here it is. I'm absolutely excited to finally have this. And oh my gosh, I'm actually very happy now. I did not know this was happening, but first and foremost, before I show the very exciting part, I'll put this on the chair. we get a couple bookmarks. There are a million paths in this world, but any sage will tell you they can all be reduced to one. Improve yourself. I love the quotes in this book, in all these books in the series. And I really love that one because it is so touching and very direct in its end of improving yourself. You know, although everybody has a different path of how they want to do the powers in this series, it all comes down to improving yourself. And the next one is a blue one, and it says, "When you're alone, first look for a weapon." I feel like that is a very Yeren thing to say. Yeren is one of the best characters in this series. She, I don't want to talk too much about it because we don't really get to know her until book 2, but she's an amazing character. And this quote here, "When you're alone, first look for a weapon," I think that's from book 2. So that's really exciting that we have this bookmark here, because I don't want to use these really old bookmarks that I've had for a while from Barnes & Noble, which is advertising for the credit card. So I'm happy to have real bookmarks now. And by the way, there's little icons here, which are the stamps that people can get when they take the, oh my gosh, the trial that every kid takes part in the clan. I'm forgetting a lot of names, and I keep wanting to use Naruto and Dragon Ball Z references, but Reishi Linden is from one of these tribes and clans, and he is given the Unsouled. Yes, this is the Unsouled stamp. Icon, I guess, but I love that they include that on the bookmarks. And then we have probably my favorite one from book 3, which is "The Dragon Advances." I love that. I really love how on the surface that's a very kind of simple sentence, 3 words, the dragon advances. But knowing what I know of the whole series, this is a very nice bookmark. I absolutely love this. I may not even use this because I don't want it to get damaged, but it's a bookmark. It needs to be used. But here is the hardback cover again for Unsouled. Book 1 of Cradle by Will Wright. And I had no idea this was happening, but here is a signature by the author. This is my first autographed, I guess, book that I have. And so this is really exciting. I had no idea that they were going to have a autograph. And this is copy 5,331 out of 5,700. And that is awesome. And he also has a lot of other books out, some of which are actually in the world, the universe of Cradle. And I had no idea about that. So that's really exciting. But this is such a lovely release. Oh my gosh, we have a artwork of Reishi Linden. This is the main character. He starts from the very bottom and slowly fights his way to the top, using whatever tricks and stuff he can use. Anything he does, any way to cheat, he will take it. And here is the Sacred Valley is where his tribe lives. And that is what that picture is. I'm just kind of scrolling through, seeing if there are any more pictures or artwork that we can see in here. But this is a very well designed hardback. It's a little I don't know. I love this a lot. I absolutely love that I have physical copies of all the first 3 books at least. And I can't wait to slowly accumulate the rest of them. But this is sort of an unboxing. I thought I had gotten all three of them, but I realize now like I did not, because they were expensive. I think they were about, I don't know how much, I'm not going to guess, but and be totally wrong, but I'm so happy to finally have these. And if you haven't already, please go watch or read or listen to, if you're an audiobook person, please go read Cradle by Will White. It is absolutely amazing. I need more people to talk to about it, so this is my plea to everybody to read it, because it is so awesome and epic. There are so many huge battles. Every book, our characters get a little bit stronger, and by the point that I am at now, they are completely different characters. And I love character focused stories, and I'm really excited to see how the series ends. And I may need to take an entire week off to read it, because I love Cradle. Please go read it. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and please have a great rest of the night.